We're gonna start over on the second one, because okay, we're just gonna start over. Whatever. Welcome to the Future Game Show. Right? This is the intro. I started watching some video at 1080p. It sucked. Right? It sucked. So I'm watching it in 4K. Let's do 4K. Let's cut through the bullshit.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Future Game Show's Summer Showcase. My name is Laura Bailey, though you probably know me best as Abby Anderson in The Last of Us Part 2 or as one of the cast members from
This is like a
Kubo.
1 hour and
I'm Matt Mercer,
video.
the man behind many video game chaos merchants, such as Like a Dragon's Mad Dog Majima and Ganondorf from Tears of the Kingdom. But if it's a Thursday night, I also moonlight as Critical Role's debonair dungeon master, where Laura tries her best to test the very limits of my abilities and sanity.
And you love it. But we're here today joining forces for a very different reason. Exclusive video game trailers, and lots of them.
Indeed, and like a
sorry.
whole bunch of world
Sorry.
premieres, deep dives, and developer presentations. It's frankly an irresponsible amount of video game news that will be beamed directly into your brains for the next 90 minutes, so buckle up.
Don't make it sound so scary. This is gonna be fun. Just keep in mind that if you want to wishlist any of the cool games in today's show, then you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show's Steam page.
Gotcha,
Indeed.
gotcha.
Once the show's over, there'll be plenty of follow-up coverage on GamesRadar.com and the Future Game Show YouTube channel.
Well, I think that's all of the housekeeping out of the way. So let's kick things off with our very first world premiere.
Okay. Okay. Frigate Gemini.
Zafar, pull up NavTech.
Sci-fi. Sci-fi game. I love me some sci-fi.
Taki. We gonna find out about your Kopang right quick, okay?
Just want to do him justice. Stuck his neck out for us. Least we can do is get him out alive.
We've got big enough guns to make justice, all right?
Oh, Michael. To a man with a hammer, just about everything looks like a nail.
Aim for show. Time to say oh yeah with our hammer.
She looks like even that Indian superstar.
We're going for
Forgot her name. The Indian actress that used to be a queen and then now the Jonas Brother girl. I forgot. I honestly forgot her name. I'm sorry. So she looks good. She looks good. She's not one of those new ugly,
After the large haul
ugly
down
main
this corridor,
characters.
they shut down this part of the facility.
That
Long
seems
time
to be
before
trending
our
right
arrival.
now.
Fine. Let's deal with those guys first.
Okay. Smoke. Who's this guy? This guy just got a new eye. Yeah, 3 eyes now.
Zafar, you were right. They shut down this.
Pay attention, woman.
Hold on, I'm coming! I'll cover you.
Ah, shoot the drone. There's the drone. These guys really don't play that well.
Eye shall be thine eyes.
Teammates would be raging by now.
What the hell happened here?
Hey, buddy.
Buddy, you're frozen. Spider-Webs. Ooh, isn't that a TV show? The Expanse? I know that's a TV show, right? I'm pretty sure that's a TV show. Where's the gameplay though? Oh, there. Oh, this is the... Looks good. Might play, but I don't know if I have time to play this, but... For anyone looking for a good sci-fi game, actually good.
What a way to start the show! The Expanse Osiris Reborn is an action RPG crafted in Unreal Engine 5, where you can immerse yourself in the universe of the beloved TV series. Make sure it's on your wish list.
It's a TV
Pretty
show.
awesome. And we're treating
Can't
you to
deal with
another
this
world
mess,
premiere
sorry.
right now and swapping sci-fi for fantasy in the process.
Ooh.
So let's take a look.
Two of my favorite genres, fantasy and sci-fi. Blood and war, intensive violence. She looks alright. Like, if she wanted to be like the female God of War, she needs to
I
look more
used to
intense.
swear
But she's
by
like,
my father's oath
lady, you're gonna fall. Like,
to protect the wards
yeah, 'cause
is to
this looks
protect
good.
our people. And if it claims our lives,
'Cause it seems like it's very Norse mythology God
what's
of
one
War.
life lost for the sake of the many?
Just the aesthetic of it.
And now,
Like, see?
what do you swear by today?
Looks
The only
impressive so
one that
far.
matters is my brother,
Although,
and I will kill the people who took him from me.
where's the gore though? Blood and no gore. Actually, no blood and no gore. Yeah, see, God of War. Yeah, God of War. No blood.
Rin, take my hand.
I think it's alright, but
I hear not
could be better.
conquerors.
Like, the character design is there. The main character, in my opinion, needs more work. But the bosses, that was a boss, not that good, not that good. That was good.
Your father was right about one thing. The wards are breaking.
The human characters,
Should we fail,
even the old guy didn't.
it may spell another end.
Even that girl doesn't look good. Definitely has potential though. Heroes of the End. Potential's there, but I don't know. It's just
We're thrilled to reveal Echoes of the End, a narrative-driven fantasy adventure
It's just-
coming later this year.
But the fun doesn't stop there.
it's like
Here's
a hot
another
dog
world.
sandwich without
It's
mustard.
important to note
or
that this
something.
is
I
your
don't know,
very
something's
first look at the
missing.
game, but from what I can tell, there's evil residing in these woods.
Scary game. Feels like a scary game. Yeah, it's a scary game. The alpha game. Unreal Engine 5, if this is on, I'm assuming this is on. Unreal Engine 5 looks unreal. That looks so good. Never gonna play this game though. I love my sleep. I don't like having nightmares, but dark. Darker and darker. Ooh, okay. Okay. I don't want to close my eyes for this part of the trailer. Sorry! I'm a scaredy cat. Swing. Why would you be here though? Like, guy, why would you be here in the first place? Stay home. Oh, okay. I woke up in this forest. I think this is Japanese Slender Man. Whispers in the fog. You know, they only showed the forest and some atmospheric, scary themed gameplay, and
An isolated
can
cabin in the
imagine people
woods.
buying
What
that.
could possibly go
just
wrong?
off of that trailer,
That was your first look
people
at
would
Whispers
want to buy that.
in the Fog.
That's amazing.
It's a psychological horror game from a supremely talented solo developer. Be sure to give it a wish list if you like what you see.
And next up, we've got a trailer for an open world action RPG based on the beloved anime, The Seven Deadly Sins. Let's check it out.
Seven Deadly Sins. Not the best anime, it's okay. Action RPG. Is this another Genshin Impact? So much of those. Okay. Looks puzzle action RPG. I'm never a fan of these straight ports. But maybe could be good. Production value is there. I guess if you were a fan of the series, definitely a good pickup. This is done well. Yeah. Netmarble though, I just hope there isn't a lot of
The
extra.
7 Deadly Sins
cash grab
Origin
there.
is coming soon to PC and
That looks great.
PS5,
So gameplay
but you can
itself.
pre-register now at 7origin.netmarble.com.
Okay, it's time to learn about what's coming in Season 7 of free-to-play Destructo shooter, The Finals. Let's take a look.
This was so disappointing. I played this for a while. Initially it was okay, but it's really hard to get into the competitive shooter genre these days. With Valorant and CS and Rainbow Six, I think it's all tapped out. The market is, with just those three, the market is super saturated.
Every second counts, and these plays are next level.
This is what the finals is all about. Split-second decisions, teamwork under
It's too
fire,
bad because I
and
like the
victory
sniper in
carved in
the
chaos.
Love it, but
in the
sometimes
finals.
the best strategy is to just hit your opponent really,
Because there's quick
really
scope.
hard.
There's really no quick scope in Valorant or CS these days, so I mean, you can do it. It's not as accurate. And I love quick scoping. That trailer didn't really show much.
Season 7 of the finals launches on June 12th. And whether you're a seasoned veteran or a new contestant entering the arena, if you're tuning in on the FGS Twitch channel, you can earn a Twitch drop of this Kablamo grenade skin.
Yes, anybody who watches
Sorry.
this very show for 15 consecutive
sorry,
minutes
good
on the FGS Twitch channel will earn the skin. So, if you've been with us from the very start, or you're just joining us, wherever you've been, then just stick around.
And not that you need any more reasons, but it's time to move on and talk about hurdling, a shepherd simulator with a whole lot of soul.
What?
Let's find out when you can get your hands on it.
It's a cozy game. I don't know. I mean, people have had fun playing Sims. Euro Truck Simulator. There are fans for these weird kind of genres. So maybe, we don't know. Not my cup of tea. Looks good. I'm good enough. For a cozy game, looks good enough. It's not 100% a cozy game, I guess. It has story. A weird fantasy twist to it. But it does feel like a cozy game. Hurdling.
Hurdling
not
launches
hurdling.
later this year, but you can try guiding those adorable calicorns right now
Pretty
by
sure
downloading the
it
demo,
will still
which
have
is
some kind
out
of
now
people
on
who
Steam.
are interested in this stuff.
What's next, Laura?
Sleep Awake, which is anything but cute. It's a first-person psychedelic thriller that explores the realm between slumber and death. This game is helmed by Corey Davis of Spec Ops, The Line, and Robin Fink of 9 Inch Nails.
Let's take a closer look.
9-inch nails? That's my generation of music.
I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep. I must not sleep.
Must not sleep. Is this Freddy Krueger shit? What?
Come along. This way. You're not ignoring me now, dear, are you?
I'm not quite sure who's gonna buy this game.
Comes at a cost.
It's very artsy for sure,
Give me your idea.
but it feels like it's just created for the sake of existing, you know?
Sleep Awake
I
is
don't know.
coming soon, so drop
I
it
don't
on
know
your
about
wish
that one.
lists.
We've got a developer presentation for
Like,
Eric
seems
Sohm's
like
Stolen
it's
Dream
just an
up
art
next.
piece.
It's a cinematic isometric stealth game set in the year 1900.
Oh, isn't that the year you were born?
Isometric.
I am a few months younger than you, Laura.
I don't think so. No.
I
Metal
must
Gear?
find her
He's a wacko.
before he does.
Was that in-game graphics? That looked like a real person.
Eric's Home is a game set in kind of a fantasy version of the early 1900s, and it has a Scandinavian theme style to it. I would describe it as a stealth puzzle game with a very strong emphasis on story, where you play up to 3 playable characters that you switch between, and they have their own special abilities that you need to use together to kind of solve situations and puzzles in a kind of interlaced way where everyone's involved.
It's in this setting of a Scandinavian nature, which not only resonates with me, but with the rest of the world because it's so unique. It's always nice to see something new that people can relate to.
So I've worked a lot with like lighting and 3D rendering, cinematic lighting, stuff like that. So Anders showed me the rendering of one of the movies. It just floored me. I thought it was so beautiful.
Yeah, it
Then he
looks
said,
real.
okay, so Tio, what I want from you is I want you to make this look even better.
We play tested the game a lot, and what people usually say is that it feels like I'm playing a movie, but in a great way. River and Games was based on the idea that if you have the right mix of people, then perhaps a really small team can still make something that's actually pretty cool.
That's
How
true.
is this made by 16 people? Like, why is this quality so high?
A little now and then I sit down in the couch and I just enjoy a fresh build. The story just gets to perform. You're just drawn right in. It's a magical feeling.
I'm really excited for players to just discover this world. Eric's Home is coming to Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and Epic Game Store, and we have an
It's a hard
exclusive
sell,
trailer
but
that we're about to show
I
you
can see the vision.
that will reveal the release date.
Like-
I hope you enjoy.
Even arguably for regular RPG games, I play RPG games specifically for the story. So, like to me, I think that's why Expedition 33 was extremely successful. It's because the story was amazing, right? Oh man, that looks really good. I don't know. So anyway, the gameplay, like, it was still good, but even if the gameplay was slightly, off, I still would have maybe finished the game just because I wanted to experience what would happen, like, near the end, or like what how the story would unfold. So in that sense, this game could be something like that, where the story is that people are driven to complete the game just because the story is so engaging. But that has to have a lot of fight for this to be successful. Yeah, not for me, I guess, unless the story's up there. Like, you'd have to wait for reviews, and you'd have to wait for reviews to see if it's good.
Thank you so much to our friends at River End Games for that window into the world of Eric's Home. It's coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 on July 15th.
So go wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
So
All right,
that one's
now we've got a new trailer for a cel-shaded shooter with gameplay inspired by the Stalker series. Here's the latest trailer for The Explorator.
I don't know what the Stalker series is. This better be for the Nintendo Switch. I don't know about this one. I guess you can say the graphics are close to Borderlands, but There's still some steampunk there, like those things. Yeah, like those things, steampunk. Heavy line work. Where's the gameplay though? It feels like it's struggling in the FPS department. I'm sorry, man. You have to do a bit better than that. Come on. I wish you luck.
The Explorator is launching into early access today, so go check it out on Steam and support the developers on the road to launch.
Constance is up next, a Metroidvania where you wield the power of a paintbrush to escape a decaying inner world.
Relevant to my interests.
Oh, indie. Definitely, I can respect that. Hey. Annie. Her name's Annie. It's alright. I understand they probably don't have the budget, so it is what it is. I don't know what the demand for Metroidvania games are these days, but I wouldn't try this out unless it was cheap.
Constance is coming to PC on November 24th, but there's a demo available on Steam if you want to go give it a go after the show.
Those of you who have tuned in before will know that during the Every Future Game Show, we create a trio of deep dives into some of the most exciting upcoming games. Our ones to watch, you could say.
First game we're tackling for the summer showcase is Titan Quest II. Now, fans have been waiting since 2006 for a sequel to Iron Lore's cult classic action RPG, and the good news is, it's right around the corner.
So let's dig into the details with the help of Grimoire Games.
Titan Quest 2. I don't think I've played the first one. I've heard of it.
The whole story. Tell us about hope.
I guess this is
Greek, kind of your Diablo-esque action RPG, but it's set in ancient Greek mythology. You really can immerse yourself in what you associate Greece with. You'll be fighting these mythological monsters, some of which we came up with ourselves, some of which are from Titan Quest 1. Greek mythology also has become very much part of pop culture in the last 2 decades. Some other games have had great success with this, and we thought that we have this great IP on our hands, why not use it? In Titan Quest 2, you'll be playing as a rather unknown hero character. You're not really a hero yet. You're honestly just training to be a capable fighter. You have a master called Aristano. She's from Sparta and used to be a priestess of Nemesis, as you'll find out later. You will build up your own worth over time as you prove yourself in front of the gods. Gameplay-wise, Titan Quest 2 is very much a classic ARPG. But we've got our own twists in there with like the mastery system, for example, where you merge 2 masteries into one instead of just being given classes. So you have to find these little entanglements that you can have between the 2 masteries, these synergies, and make the best use of them possible.
But I think with Diablo 4, Path of Exile 2, what was the other one?
From there, you can take your character in multiple directions. The mixed classes is something we support quite a lot, actually. But the core fantasy stuff, just a tanky warrior, of course you're gonna have that. You can take your character in many directions, and choice is at the core of our game. Your abilities will be modifiable, so each of them has like these several modifier choices that you can equip into your skill. This is our little innovation in this space.
So They're really gonna. They really have to time the release for this one. Even Torchlight.
We are not going to be doing any microtransactions in this game because we don't believe in that form of monetization in general. We will be doing traditional DLCs, however. So after the 1.0 launch, we'll be putting out larger DLC packs, which will include additional chapters, so more content in general, bosses, creatures, areas, and masteries, of course. So Titan Quest 2 will be coming to Steam Early Access very soon. You can wishlist it now already.
This feels like it's a
and we're
game that
looking
should have
for
been
a
released
summer
like
timeline
last
for
year
this,
or 2
and then
years
later
ago even.
the other platforms.
Like right after the Diablo 2 flop. I don't know. Maybe it will work, but I think the timing's way off. They'd really have to wait for another lull in the ARPG market to get into it. I feel like, nah. Yeah, that looks
Titan
okay,
Quest 2
but
is
it's a
coming
bit hard.
soon, and you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. Wait,
Who that?
legendary actor Yui Lowenthal?
The Spider-Man to my MJ?
Legendary actor.
Hey guys.
Hey man.
I was just, wandering the sound stages, taking in the sights and smells, and then I heard you guys making noise about video games out here, and I thought I'd join in.
Okay, well, I mean, since you're already here, why don't you take the next trailer?
Well,
right?
I mean, if that's okay with you guys, I don't
No, it's great. Work your magic. We'll just be over here.
All right. Well, get ready, folks, because it's time for another world premiere. This one's a follow-up to a beloved puzzle adventure that launched back in 2020.
What was that?
I have seen things that should be forgotten. I've tried to escape my past. I've had enough of death and madness. But the world is changing.
This Sherlock Holmes?
Some now search
What is
for
this?
answers in the far reaches of the world. For shocking secrets and dizzying marvels. For there lies upon this world of man a mocking and incredible shadow out of time.
No gameplay.
Call of the Elder Gods, starring yours truly, is a Lovecraftian narrative puzzle adventure coming soon to PC and consoles. So get it on your wish lists ASAP.
So you weren't just wandering the lot then?
I mean, I was, but then, it's called marketing, Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Classic marketing.
Classic.
Anyway.
All right, catch you later.
Bye,
I gotta
Yuri.
wander.
Hell yeah, thanks for coming, man. Bye. See you, bye. Okay, so while I go make sure there's no other voice actors hiding on set, we'll throw it out to some back-to-back trailers.
I'll stay here.
What's this?
Free bio
So
course.
those are all the good
How
ones?
hard could it be?
These are... Oh, it looks okay.
Hard.
We got company. Who wants? Let's haul ass.
It's like capture the flag on crack.
No, it's really not.
Welcome to Veil of the Witch, a
tactics.
turn-based tactical RPG with a roguelite twist. You play
The
as
dead
Ash,
genre.
a shipwrecked castaway with no memories and a big-ass sword.
Let's see if I remember how to use it.
5 years after a bloody civil war, you wake up trapped on a mysterious island filled with monsters, cultists,
I admire the thought
and a
for
whole lot of
people who are still
zombies.
creating tactics kind of games
Suffice to
these days,
say,
but
this whole island is madhouse.
like these generation of gamers
Combat in Veil of the Witch is built for hardcore tactics fans
Don't
with an
really
emphasis on
have
speed and brutality. That means a small party,
the attention
tight battle
span
maps, and enemies that can drop you in just a few hits.
to learn like
To stand a
nobody really
chance,
has
you'll
the
have to
time
master each
you know,
ally's unique
everything's
kit.
fast-paced.
Whether that's
these days.
frontliner
That's what I'm
Marco,
trying to say.
glass cannon caster
Like
Laurent,
the YouTube shorts,
or
TikTok,
backstabbing cutthroat
Instagram
Emile.
reels, you know. So everybody
All your
likes their
abilities
content.
work on a cooldown, so you'll have to think smart
Fast.
and learn to juggle. You can also level up and unlock new skills right in the middle of battle.
Like spending
Surrounding this
10,
rock-solid
15
core
minutes
is
just
a
to
branching
finish one
roguelike
scene.
structure focused on
And-
skill in the face of
And
unpredictable
like a
challenges.
fight isn't
Face
really
off
appealing
against
to most
cool
people.
bosses.
I think this is also why the battle for
Get your
or the
shit
fight,
wrecked.
the turn-based system for
Then head back
Expedition
to town, where you can
33
unlock
was
upgrades, chat with allies,
really
craft
good,
equipment,
'cause
and more.
even
And
if
if
it
you're
was
real
turn-based,
nasty, take on trials mode for bigger challenges
once you get a
and
feel
better
for the
rewards.
controls,
Fight,
you can end your
die,
turn just like that.
rise again, stronger,
and then focus
come
on
back
parrying
and
right
conquer.
after. I know
Lost
parrying has been an
Eidolons,
issue for a
Veil
lot
of the
people, but
Witch.
I like it.
Early access available now on Steam
I mean-
and coming soon to Xbox, PS5, and Nintendo
You
Switch.
can't parry 100% of the time unless you were a robot or something, or a nerd. These are basically the non-AAA games, right? The Class B games. These are the games nobody will buy. So many people making games. I don't know. Where's the money coming from?
Can anyone hear me?
Dispatch to Unit 1. There's an ongoing fire.
Unit 1 to dispatch. Copy. Supply line ready.
Break that door open!
Let me get that sturdy Halligan first.
Imagine if voice comms were actually like this.
Gotta go scout the area.
Gotta go scout the area.
That was close.
Oh no! I almost died there, team.
Get me out of here.
We can't let the fire escalate like that.
We all know voice comms is full of 12-year-old, noise.
Firefighting simulator. Ignite. United against fire. Coming fall 2025.
Is that
Wishlist
AI?
now on PC and consoles.
I don't know. I don't know these days.
Are we all
man.
clear?
It's really hard
no
to tell
Nolan
which
North
one's
or
AI.
Ashley Johnson's waiting in the wings?
No, I think we're good. Okay.
Alright.
Now remember, folks, you can find all those games as well as every game we feature today on
That's
the
a weird
Future Game
game.
Show Steam page.
Yes, and you'll want to prime your
I
wish
mean,
list in
this-
advance for this next
this
reveal.
thing started
It's a
out
game where
so
you play
well.
as a bureaucratic inspector in a fantasy world.
What's like you make sure the evil layer is up to code before the party heads inside?
Yes, that's literally the whole deal.
Okay, I legitimately need this game.
I know.
Heroes. The world is full of them. Sons and daughters of farmers with too much bravery and not enough wisdom, so some say. But what is a hero without a princess to save? Without dragons to slay? Nothing. That's where you come in. As an agent at the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs, you will ensure everything is as it should be for the hero's arrival.
Inside this cave, you'll find a necromancer who, according to our reports, is a complete and utter embarrassment to the story.
The book is titled Hellgates anew, your first ritual sacrifice.
As it turns out, putting the soul of a demon inside of a skeleton is a touch more tricky than you might imagine.
We, the members of the United Builders Union of Enchanted Settlements, hereby announce a strike, effective immediately. It's the inspector, here with their cushy job and their
way
clipboard that
too much
decides if
money.
we have to do more work.
A dragon
Can I get some of these investors?
But
Like-
what is a story without a good hero at its helm? With one unsanctimonious swing, you lop his head off. It hardly felt good, but
What's the market
incompetent evil
research
is
for
still
making
evil.
something like this?
We are happy to welcome you, our newest agent to the cause.
I mean, you know, the
Wish
trailer.
Mr. Bureau of Fantastical and
actually-
Arcane Affairs today.
The trailer actually, I think, made the most
Oh,
of
that's
what
one
they
for
could.
the critters.
But
The Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs is coming later this year.
And now for something completely different. This one's for the fans of shooters, anime, and Y2K aesthetics.
That's me.
弾が尽きるまでが愛よ。
Team Waifu, alright. Classic Japanese aesthetic. Why wear good gear when you can wear a maid's outfit? Bounce check. I got it. Movement shooter and base everywhere. So it's Fortnite. Fortnite with waifus. I'm laughing, but I can imagine I was still picking this up just because of the movies, man. You know, some Apex kind of graphics, or like level design. Kind of gameplay. Build your base? What do you mean? So many busts. So many busts. Hold on. I will I'm sorry, this is the only time I'm gonna pause this. Maybe the only time, but movement shooter, base builder, and life sim. What does that mean? Oh, at least it has, you know, waifus.
それができないあんたなら
2026.
Waifu Tactical Force is a 3v3 anime shooter coming soon to PC, but you can jump into the open playtest on Steam after the show.
Now we've got a trailer for an action platformer inspired by the
Oh, I
ancient
saw
art
this one
of paper folding.
on
Let's take a look at Hirogami.
The state of play. I think this one is one of the better looking ones. I think the idea and intent is there. I just don't know if the market's there, but this is one where you want to see them succeed. Just because you can tell they did really put a lot of, like, it's not slop basically. A bunch of the other games that you saw, like the waifu stuff, I don't wanna, as much as I don't wanna hate on other people, but they really do just look like slop. This one seems like it's really well thought out, well designed, but I just don't know if the market's there. Yeah, this is one you hope they succeed. Hirogami. It has like a
Hirogami
paper
is coming
mache
to
aesthetic.
PC and
Oh, what
PS5
game
on
was that?
September 3rd. Fold it into your wish lists on Steam and the Epic Games Store. And check out the free demo, which is available on Steam.
There was a game on the
Okay,
PlayStation 4
time for an
that came
update
out
on
similar
Eve
to that,
Frontier.
a side-scrolling
This is CCP
platformer.
Games' Spacebound Survival MMO.
Eve Frontier. Wait, what was it?
E-Frontier is an invitation for everyone that have had the idea in their brain to make a game. And often the best way to make a game is to start and modify an existing game. We have now created an MMO server-side modding platform,
these days it's
and we
Roblox,
offer
no?
an invitation to you to come and build with us. You can build tools, you can build worlds, you can do so many things. And this is a great way to start your game development adventure by sort of playing around in the amazing survival space horror sandbox we have created. When we made Eve Online, we very much wanted to make a sandbox experience where most of the things
did
and the
not play
infrastructure in the
Eve.
game would actually be built by players.
I know
But we did build
people
quite a
feel
bit
a
of it
certain way about this
ourselves.
game.
Seeing what
Like,
emerged
some
from
people
Eve, especially
discount
when it comes
it
to the
as a
third-party
traditional
development
RPG, and some
ecosystem,
people,
we could actually give a lot
will
more
disagree
agency
with
to
you
players to
when you call
literally
it
build
that.
the world. So as we go through this
So, I don't
process
know.
of stripping down
I
to a
don't know
survival
much
game,
about, like,
we
too
are
much
on the
about
other
Eve to
hand
talk about
building
this
up an amazing
More
modding
or
platform.
less.
Basically what Frontier enables third-party developers is to mod the actual server, creating additional software that both read and writes the world state. And that, I think,
basically
will
just open up
enable something
Eve
truly
to,
astounding that
public
has never
service.
been seen before. But this is very much inspired by the third-party ecosystem that is developed around Eve Online. We are basically supercharging that with the smart assemblies and the modding platform we're built into Frontier. And what we have seen so far in our various hackathons and events, and what we've just seen in the sort of builder community overall, absolutely delivers on that vision in spades.
I mean, I know nothing about it. Hope it's good, or hope it's successful.
Founder access for Eve Frontier is available now, and you can head to evefrontier.com to jump in and find out more. What's up next, Laura?
We have a brand new trailer for Formula Legends, an arcade racing game that covers the history of motorsport.
A race? I'm sorry. A racing game. Some of these games better be free, and then just try to make up your money from there, honestly. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, it doesn't look horrible, but this better be free, and then yeah, that's all. This better be free, and just try to make your money from there.
Formula Legends is racing towards release on PC and consoles, but you can play the demo now on Steam and also wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. But for now, let's keep it
I guess
rolling
if
with
you
our
own
ones to play
a
section,
Switch
which is a future game show staple. It's a montage of exciting
or a
games that you can
console,
play
but
on
for the
Steam
PC,
right after the show.
I don't.
So, if you like what you're looking at, don't hesitate to download a demo and dig in.
First up is Catastrophe. This is an action roguelike where you play as a kitty abducted by aliens and repel enemies with your trusty sidekick, the Star Cursor. Players can mod Polo's abilities to settle on a unique playstyle and pick their route through a series of interstellar
looks okay.
environments.
But pixel kind of graphics never
Next
brought
up,
up style.
we've got Phase Zero, a survival horror throwback with fixed cameras and immersive pre-rendered environments. A menacing illness has descended on the town.
I can see people buy this
Can
one.
you solve puzzles and tango with monsters to make it out alive?
I can see people wanting
what
to try
about
that one.
Bloodgrounds? It's a gladiatorial roguelike with a city builder twist. You'll recruit, train, and command a crew of warriors in strategic turn-based battles, then develop a coastal city in the interim. Carve your name into the annals of history and spill buckets of blood in the process.
Snap.
Last but not least, we've got How to Escape Lost Submarine. With one player on PC or console and the other using a mobile companion app, you'll communicate and collaborate to complete puzzles and stop the outbreak of war. No pressure. That was our Ones to Play montage. Be sure to follow up on anything that caught your eye.
But let's keep on sailing with another exclusive trailer for a naval combat simulator set in the late 18th century.
Okay, this one seems good. This one seems good. At least from the photo, yeah.
Every voyage begins with a plan. A vision etched on parchment, foretelling glory or downfall. It is in our nature to conquer what others fear. Death and dishonor, fame and fortune. The life of a sea captain is one of duty and relentless pursuit.
His hat looks like he controls.
True riches are not in gold and jewels, but in the stories we bring back and the legend we become.
Is this multiplayer? Because single player for this, I don't think it'll work. Better be multiplayer.
We arrive.
If it is, then this is one of the better
never at our final destination.
Because aside from Sea of Thieves, there really isn't. Yeah, there really isn't one that's
So
mainstream.
we chart our next course.
Well, World of Warships, I
We
guess.
sail. We fight. We endure. For the voyage is life. And life is the voyage. Join the crew today on
Kickstarter now
Kickstarter.
live. Steam also. It's probably gonna be. Yeah, it's probably gonna be multiplayer. Steam and Epic. Might be good. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the series of the genre.
Check out the funding drive for Ahoy at ahoy.gg/Kickstarter. And you can also wishlist the game on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
The Spotlight montage is up next, so say goodbye to our corporeal bodies and hello to our disembodied voices.
What Matt means to say with that gothic vocabulary is that we'll be back on stage once we've talked you through some super cool games.
That's what I meant.
We're halfway there.
Flickshot Rogues is a turn-based strategy roguelike where you trade tactical trick shots for devastating damage. Across the constantly shifting cartoon peninsula, players will trigger explosive combos and commit to game-changing upgrades. It's coming to PC later this year, but you can try it for yourself ahead of time by checking out the free demo on Steam.
Now let's take a look at Under Par Golf Architect, an all-in-one simulator where you mold terrain to create world-class courses and then try them out firsthand. As well as placing the green and obstacles between, you'll manage staff,
This
budgets,
one's,
and customers on
original.
your way to crafting
I think-
a golfer's paradise.
Yeah, I think this
it's coming
one
soon
will
to
have-
PC and consoles, but you
This
can
one's one of
wishlist
the-
it now on Steam or
for
the
the
Epic
games
Games
that
Store.
aren't really AAA. This one's one of the better ones.
Ascend to Zero is up next. It's a hack-and-slash roguelike
looks
where you
good.
play as the last surviving human of a devastated world. To help with that unfortunate predicament, you can freeze time to anticipate attacks and
That one looks
topple
good.
voxel monsters. Ascend to Zero is coming soon to PC, but in the meantime, you can check out the free demo on
Level
Steam and drop it onto your
10,000?
wish lists.
Okay.
Or how about Animal
Cozy
Kind?
game.
This is a cozy cooperative town building game where you play as a crew of
Cooperative
adorable
cozy game.
critters in mech suits. Players will use their industrial-grade opposable thumbs to scavenge the landscape for materials and establish a community
You know who'll play
of
this?
creatures.
Um,
Animal Kind is coming soon to
People are
PC.
the girls who play
But if you head to the
Valorant,
Steam
and
page,
then
you
once
can
they
sign
get
up for the alpha playtest,
tilted out
which is
of their
arriving
mind,
in July.
they will hop off that
Next
game
up
and play
is
a cozy
Don't Wake
game
the
to chill.
Beast, but the developers have sent over an intricate overview, so I'll sit this one out.
Hi, my
Good-
name is
good, man.
Timek. I'm the game designer and producer behind Don't Wake the Beast. Don't Wake the Beast is a stealth roguelike in which your goal is to steal as many treasures as possible and run away from the beast.
It's AI.
The tricky part is
using
that
an
each
AI
treasure
voice.
has its weight, and the more you pick up, the more noise you generate.
I know because I know
But
this
when
voice.
you fail,
It's
there's
from 11
always
Labs.
another run. My game will feature 4 biomes, all with
My
unique
game will
mechanics and
feature
beasts.
4 biomes.
It's scheduled to release in 2026.
We're rounding things out with Worship, a cultist simulator
I
where
don't
you try
blame
your
them.
best to bring about the end of the world.
Even-
Inspired by Pikmin, this cute
Even
and
I've
creepy
used
multiplayer
AI
roguelite
just because
tests you with
I'm not
performing
like
blood
confident
rites and
in
recruiting
my
followers to
talking, and
please the
sometimes-
old ones.
and actually
It's coming
these
soon
videos
to
are
PC, and
practice.
you can wishlist it on Steam.
Or a practice for me to just keep talking on screen, doesn't matter. Like,
That was our spotlight montage.
you know, if people
we
like
hope
it,
you enjoyed
okay.
the summer
If
showcase
people don't like
selection.
it, okay.
Laura?
Oh, it's time
This
for an
is just
update on
something-
Scum, the survival shooter
something
with
like,
poop mechanics.
What?
Not as in like they're bad, no. Just like you have to manage your bowel movements to survive.
Something like I'm trying to train
Might actually learn
myself
something. I love video
to
games.
talk more and just create videos for
Peggy 18.
whatever. Hopefully someday I'll be good at it. You know? And everybody right? What is this? Is this a mini game? I don't know. Maybe people are weird. That's weird enough.
If those inspired
That was weird
reviews
enough
have
for
grabbed your
people to buy it.
attention, then we're here to
Especially
help.
if it has base building.
You can head to the link on screen right now for a chance to win one of 100 keys for Scum 1.0.
And if you're not one of the lucky winners, then you'll just have to jump in with the rest of us when it launches on June 17th.
Now, our next game is
I'm
a
not playing that
squad-based
game.
survival shooter where you dodge deadly dinosaurs. Here's the latest trailer for
Squad-based
Death Ground.
survival shooter. Okay, teamwork.
Deadly dinos are on the loose in Death Ground. Whether you dare to enter solo or in a squad of up to 4 players, you must do everything you can to survive in these dinosaur
It's not an
infested
extraction
abandoned
shooter.
facilities.
It's a survival
Could you
shooter.
survive? Hi, we're Jaw Drop Games, the indie dev team behind Deathground.
The main threat you'll need to avoid is the raptors, specifically Utah raptors.
I don't
so
hate the idea.
unlike velociraptors, which are much smaller, they measure around 7 feet tall. I'm about 5'3", so that's a pretty menacing height comparison for me.
We've spent most of our development time taming them, and it's been a huge challenge because...
How do you get something that size with that tail to behave all in multiplayer?
Exactly. Of course, there'll be other dinosaurs for you to deal with. The #1 culprit for causing chaos is the Compsognathus, aka the Compy.
What might look like a decent hiding space for you as players might actually be a refuge for these little creatures, putting the terror in territory.
As for other species, you may spot the Allosaurus, Brachiosaurus, and
Or is it
Triceratops
T-Rex?
roaming around in the background.
And the next thing
Yeah!
you're being chased by a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Of course.
There are multiple maps and
What's the
missions that
gameplay
will be
though?
playable
I
at
don't
launch.
understand.
Mission Command, the single-player tutorial and
Survival
introduction
attack
level.
shooter. Or not
Geothermal,
attack,
where you'll need to
survival
repair
squad
everything
shooter.
so you can restart the power plant.
Agricultural, which has become a little bit overgrown and it is in need of some weeding.
And biomedical, which is my personal favourite, where you'll have to sneak in and steal raptor eggs. for science.
Each mission is replayable and is an important piece of the puzzle. Each detail or collectible that you come across will help you unlock the lore and discover the truth about the disastrous events of the past.
I can see
Deathground is
people
launching
streaming
on Steam
this,
early
like
access this year.
yeah,
Keep a lookout
in
for our
groups,
road.
like friends streaming this, especially if it's kind of suspensey, you know. Yeah.
Deathground is launching into Steam
That's
early access
okay.
later this year.
It's okay. It's not
Keep
a bad
an eye
idea.
out for roar news on that front.
Maybe not the best. but
Refusing to
definitely
acknowledge that pun, so let's move on with our second Ones to Watch deep dive,
Not the
shall
worst
we?
idea.
Here's Rogue Factor to tell us more about the studio's new weird action-adventure game, Hell is Us.
Have I seen this before?
What happened here?
Looks like Death Stranding.
Madness and hatred and lots of it.
Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Jacques Belated, and I am the Executive Creative Director and Executive Art Director
look
on
like
Hell is
Venom.
Us here at Rogue Factor. So the
I
game
am
that we've been
Venom.
developing for pretty much almost 5 years now is a game called Hell is Us.
I've
so the
seen
game
this
is
somewhere.
definitely
I
like
forgot where
an
I saw
action-adventure
this.
game.
It is set in the world of Adia. It's a rogue state where there's a lot of really weird things happening. You play Remy. He was born there. Yeah, he was raised
Looks
in a foster
good so
system
far.
in Canada, and he's going
Okay,
back.
it's one of the better
basically
ones.
to find
There were a lot of
answers.
slops.
This thing that games do now, contemporary games,
But
where
this one is,
the adventuring
one
is
of the
just,
better
if you
ones.
think about it, the exploration and the discovery, they're only there by theme. You had just been following marker after marker, and until the last marker is over your actual thing you needed to find. Almost all the variables connected to the exploration and connected to your discovery are given to you in a silver platter. So we look at it kind of like the inverse in our game because we got rid of all these things.
I remember chatting with
I
John
don't know if
about
that's a great idea.
the old Zelda games, how it was straightforward.
I'm so
and,
frustrated
like,
with
you had
Expedition
just enough to
33
know where
because
to go,
sometimes I
but
go around
not
in
too
circles
much.
and
It's
waste my
basically how
time.
life works if you think about it, right? We basically orient ourselves by sight and hearing and what people tell us, right?
That's a double-edged sword. I mean, that's a double-edged
Once
sword.
in the woods,
Because
follow
sometimes
the
people
wind
really
chimes.
just don't want to go around in circles
will
if
lead the
your
way through.
game
You talk to
design
NPCs and they
is
literally
not
gonna
good
tell you a
enough
clue,
to
right?
point
So
people in the
Rebecca
right
and Jova,
direction.
when she
Because
kinda
some
hints
people
you
can be
where
dumbasses,
the
me
Owen
included.
convoy, the
Like I
direction
said,
that
I
it
was
took, she
running
says,
around in Expedition
I
33
know, I don't know
for
where
way
they
longer
went
than I
exactly,
should
but I
have
know
to.
they took the road that goes behind the weird monuments, and she says you can see them from here. And as you're talking to her, behind her, quite far, you see some peculiar monument-looking thing. You're like, is that what she's talking about? Like, is that if I go and then you go there and you see the road that turns, and it's maybe the convoy did come here. I think
you
that's
go
kind of
there,
unique,
and that's
it
not
works
where you're
really,
supposed
really
to
well.
go,
Like
and you
any
go
game,
all the
especially
way
a game
back
of
to where
almost
you
48
came from.
hours. Sometimes it works
Is what's
better than
gonna
others.
happen in this
No
game.
game is absolutely perfect, but it's very much it's the joy of exploration, the joy of discovery. Yeah.
The Abbey is
get it.
closed for official AAF business.
Of course, we
I mean,
can't
I
talk
think
about
there should
Hell
be
is
a
Us without
balance.
talking about our monsters. And the enemies, the limbic entities, are physical manifestations of human emotions, of human negative emotions. What does an emotion look like? Who knows? So
I mean,
we had many
you talk
iterations.
about no
we ended up with these
markers,
kind of
but
like fractally, geometrically
enemies have
thingies. You
a
know, so
lot
we
of
have
markers.
grief, ecstasy, terror, and rage. So the Hollow Walker represents a bit. So it's just a husk. That's why we call it the Hollow Walker. And it's a bit like
If
a
you were gonna go
facsimile
that route,
of a human
then
being
you should
who's
have
felt
just
this very strong
removed
negative
the health
emotion.
bars
And then
and
they
the
look
target bars
like
from
that
these monsters.
because we
Or
tried a
at
lot
least
of
made them
things
a
and
bit more
they ended up looking like this, you know.
made the markers
So
a
you'll
bit
be able
more
to play
less
Hell is Us
noticeable.
on September 4th, 2025 on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and obviously PC.
I think that part. If you're gonna go all in, just go all in.
Wishlist
you
it now because Hell is Us is coming to
Regardless,
PC and
that
consoles
looked
on
quite good.
September
That
4th.
looked
All right. I think we're due another world premiere, don't you? This one's an action-adventure set in a drop-dead gorgeous cartoon world.
And it stars some very familiar faces.
Wait, who? Is it us?
Maybe. Let's throw to someone who knows while I take this totally real phone call. Hello? Hi.
Hey Laura, hey Matt. I'm
Oh my
super
God.
excited to be back on the Future Game Show
the
where
phone
I
call.
belong, and you are doing a fantastic
Baldur's
job.
Gate 3
Like I said to the
Farmhouse.
producers when I was hosting, if you strike me down, this is live, isn't it? So yeah, New Tales reached out, and I am officially in their game. Actually, seeing you just reminded me, they're looking for a killer writer who can also perform. Let me call Jasmine. Look, it's fine. You're doing great for time. Hey, Jazz.
Hi, Sam.
I've got a really cool gig. Want to join me in a game? If we're both
I would
in,
like to join
I'm
you in
pretty
a
sure
game.
Matt and Laura will be on
Not because
board
you're a
too.
girl,
Yeah,
it's
sure.
because
I'll
I
be in a
like
game
games.
with you, but only if you're coming to the D&D group next week because our party could really use a barbarian.
All right. I guess we're all doing this. That was easy. So let's check out exactly
There should be more
what
gamers,
we're getting
like
ourselves into.
legitimate gamers working in game design. Not art, not dev, but game design. Oh, that looks pretty. The art direction looks great. It's consistent.
Know when it click through to the system is about to be a slow beat grind.
Alright. This was good. This one passes the vibe check. Why do I feel like this is a sequel, right? So I kind of vaguely remember the first one then, but not really. If I see the title, I think the first one was kind of like in a forest, no? Yeah, it does have good art direction. Art director for this, like overall art director head. Good job. Fading Echo. Just so no, I haven't played this game. Not even the first one.
That's right. We're joining Samantha Bayard, yes, Karlek herself, and the awesome Jasmine
it's a new
Goulart
game.
in
I thought it
Fading
was a
Echo,
sequel.
coming to PCs and consoles next year.
And you can wishlist it today
Which one?
on Steam or the Epic Game Store. Go, 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 go!
We got another block of back-to-back trailers up next. Let's dig in.
We have been blessed to live in times of
What is
peace.
this?
But
This
our
looks to
city
be right
is
up my
not
alley.
without its enemies.
A modern GRPG
The demons
inspired.
above and the beasts below.
All right, I'm pumped. Let's do this.
You're going to be bishops too?
Through Shale, all things are possible.
It's time the three of you learn the true purpose of the bishops. Listen up.
We recruit from the finest soldiers in the church.
That's some Suikoden
Still,
shit. That one, the
one out of every
1v1s.
3 bishops doesn't make it past the first year.
That seemed like it was a
Get
Suikoden.
easier after that.
We gave you those robes for a
I
reason.
remember you had to duel people in Suikoden sometimes, so you can play the characters.
Damn, I love the church.
Fire? Looks like something I would be interested in trying. Like if I run out of games. Which is... I don't know how you run out of games these days. I used to play 1980. Was it 1982 or 1980? That shooter thing game. I remember I used to love that because I felt like I could dodge all of those bullets. And I keep dying. So, yeah, I can see people playing this game. This is a lost genre, but I'm still a fan. Truck slot, that's true. What's this? It's a cartoon. Ben 10. Ben 10. Ben 11. this one clearly has, like a lot of these games that sometimes I would call slop, clearly has no budget. That's why I'm calling them slop. But it's hard, man. Like I love games, and you'd like to see all of these game developers succeed, but there's really only so many people you can sell games to. And people these days are very much aware of their budget. And you can't just be producing games that I don't want to say are slop. But I don't know, man. Where's the market is what I'm saying. I mean, I can forgive. I already forgive because I don't know. It's not like they did me any harm, but I could understand more like these creators if they're like true indie games and they cannot just produce something that's, you know, true eye candy and people will just be hyped for it. So I can understand that more, but it just feels bad. Joe and Mac Retro Collection. I think I was 8 years old or 7 years old when that game was a thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
We're back, and you can wishlist all of those games by heading to the
Future Game Show Steam page.
The Future Game Show's Steam page.
With that out of the way, it's time for a spine-tingling closer
The
look
Future
at the
Game
next
Show
game
Steam
from the
page.
minds behind
You guys
Until
don't
Dawn.
already
Directive
know.
8020 is about a deep space mission to save humanity and the shape-shifting alien who gets in the way. Let's throw it over to Supermassive Games to find out more.
Supermassive.
We are going to do this. Just
Okay, another sci-fi. So many sci-fi games coming out. Pragmata, and then the first one. This Expanse.
Those things can change shape.
And then this one. This one looks good enough.
Don't you ever point that thing at me
A bit
again.
clean, but like it needs a bit more grit. The guy with the gun.
Complete. Subject unidentifiable. We need urgent assistance.
Was the alien the whole time.
Help us.
Directive 8020.
But what if that went differently? Hey, I'm Will Doyle, Creative Director on Directive 8020, and I'm here to share with you a new feature that we've added for the first time in a Dark Pictures game. Turning
I'm
Points
amused
is
that
a new
they did the
narrative
lighting
system which allows you to
for
go
that
back
guy to
and
match the
change
background.
the outcome of your choices.
Looks good.
As with all our games, Directive 8020 has a
Yeah, see?
branching story with multiple endings. You'll be able to track the choices and paths that you've taken in the game and see alternate paths that link to each of the major decisions that you've made. With Turning Points, you can rewind to a pivotal point or decision, collect missing collectibles, or see how different choices would have played out. By the same token, your actions matter in our games. If you want to live by your decisions, there's also a survivor mode setting that prevents you from rewinding, but still lets you view the decision tree. Turning Points will be available both digitally and physically for all copies of the game from when you start your very first mission.
I'm really interested to know. I mean, no cap and just no judgment. I really want to know what kind of market
Directive
research
8020
these guys
introduces
do
the ability to rewind and change
before
your
they
choices
create
to
these
see the
games. 'Cause
consequences in each
this one
branching
looks like a
path.
AAA.
It's coming to
game.
PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in 2025. And if it's not on your wish list already,
And
go
I
fix
want
that.
to know what
Our next game is
decisions
just
were
as scary, but for
made
entirely different
or
reasons.
done.
Cairn
Like
is a
what
death-defying
process were-
climbing simulator with
Ah,
a
the Cairn.
meticulous control
What process
scheme.
was
Here's the
done,
game bakers to tell you more.
and then they ended up thinking, oh, let's make this
Cairn
kind of
is
game.
what we call a survival climber. Your goal is to climb a mountain and reach a summit no one has ever conquered.
Reach a summit.
You can climb almost anywhere, and the climbing mechanics are highly realistic. You'll need to carefully manage your
Very-
balance and
very
stamina.
realistic.
Make a mistake, and
Ah!
you'll fall and get hurt.
Okay. You're
For
dead.
the first time, we are also showing what it's like to climb at high altitudes.
Like, how realistic
When you get up there,
can that be?
you'll face
Honestly?
ice walls that
You know, if
require
this
to
was
use
VR,
ice axes and
sign me up.
spikes.
If this was VR,
But
sign
don't
me up.
think you can just jam your tools into the ice.
But then I guess you need some.
Ice climbing is precise. You'll need to aim for cracks
some
and
foot-
edges to get a solid grip. Cairn's realistic
And also
climbing
the thing they can
system
tell where your foot
also
is.
supports mixed climbing. That means you can have
That's
one
not-
hand on the rock
that's not-
and the other using an ice tool.
How realistic is that?
It's up to you to read the rock face and choose the most
Look, there's a
strategic route
robot.
to the top.
There's a
Cairn is
robot
coming
that's
up on
climbing
PlayStation
better
5
than
and
you.
Steam later this year. You can already give it a try in the demo available on PC and PS5.
The demo. I mean, all that being said, I think it's still one of the more interesting ideas.
Cairn is coming to PlayStation and PC later this year.
like,
and you
this
can
one is
also
not
check out a
slop.
free demo
It's
on
just a
both
weird idea.
platforms after the show. What's next, Matt?
We're mixing things up with a double bill of trailers. Here are two great games from our friends at Quali.
Quali. 2 games. Oh, this is the one that looks like Resident Evil. Yeah. This one definitely will have a cult following or a cult player base just because of people who miss the Resident Evil kind of gameplay where the controls were super clunky. You die just because you couldn't, scale past the wall, or you clip an object while you're being chased by freaking zombies. Those were the good old days. That being said, hell no, you won't get me to play this game. I remember watching my uncle playing Resident Evil back in the day. And I'm like, no, nope, I nope out of that game real fast. I think Resident Evil was the reason why I don't play horror games. The first one, I think so. That shit stressed me out. Just not being able to control the character the way I want to. That stressed me out. I was like, how old was I? Grade school. I was in grade school. Was it primary school? Yeah, it was primary school. No, not primary school. Let's just say I was like 8 years old or something. 8, 9, 10. This one kind of looks like those arcade games where you Time Crisis. Yeah, something like that. Okay, that's slop. I'm sorry. Your first game was okay. This one is kind of slop.
Hark the Ghoul and Ground Zero are both coming soon
Ground
to
Zero
PC.
is.
What's up next, Laura?
Ground Zero
You're
actually
taking a
might
look
have
at a
bunch of
game
players.
called Hella. It's a cooperative folklore adventure where you and your friends band together as brave little mice.
You and your friends. So this multiplayer. Early gameplay for it. Graphics look good. Idea looks decent. It's cute. A cute cozy game. Is it a yeah, it is a multiplayer cozy game. Something I might play with my wife and kids. Probably actually. I have a kid that just turned 6. And if she's a bit older, we can play this. That looks good. I imagine it would start so many fights and arguments, and then we won't ever play it again. But I am the market. Early dads with kids and gamer wife. We are the market for this game. Once again, this will probably be on the wish list. Hella. Alright, I found one. Damn. Oh, Did I just eat the mouse? I don't know.
Hella is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, so give it a wish list on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Moving swiftly on, it's time for a look at Ludo.
PS5.
This is a psychological thriller where the protagonist is trapped inside their own home, and we're about to find out when you can play it.
Peggy 18.
Peggy.
How can you distinguish between what is real and what isn't? Do you trust what you see?
Yes.
What you hear?
Yes.
What happens when everything starts to feel wrong?
Then I turn off the game.
Fake. Like a trick.
Isn't this just a story about scary shit? Nope. You will not get me to play this game. Bye. Stop ringing. Oh, you know luto means cook in Filipino.
How much longer are you going to pretend to ignore it?
Longer are you gonna cook?
Don't do it. Don't let him get you again.
Ludo is coming to PC,
Ludo.
PS5, and Xbox. In the meantime, you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
It's world premiere time again, and this next reveal arrives with an introduction from a very special someone.
Oh, this one looks good in the photo.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm excited to be a part of Future Game Show 2025. There are so many amazing games coming out.
He looks like such a happy
and
old
I'm
man.
very happy that I have a bit more time to play
He's
them
Korean?
these days.
No, he's Japanese.
As many of you know, I have been a huge fan of the work of Any Dreams. Synapse is my favorite VR game of all time, and I'm honored to present this new groundbreaking title from the team.
He's very likable.
If you are
gonna give
at
him that.
Summer Game Fest, I shall see you on the show floor at the End Dreams booth. So, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Reach.
Is this like free running game? It is. The sci-fi twist. So it's a movement game. I don't really know how popular these kinds of games are. I think Blade Runner was it. People seem to like that game, so I guess. Oh, wait, no. It's not just okay. Not for me, but I can see this game being successful. Yeah, for sure. This one is not stopped. Looks good. Like this game is focused on the movement and the jumping mechanics with some, albeit maybe an afterthought FPS kind of.
Reach is an ambitious virtual reality action adventure coming to PSVR,
VR?
Steam, and MetaQuest in 2025.
Oh.
Okay, Matt. It's time to check in with everybody's favorite depressed and recently divorced duck.
Oh, yes. It could only be the Duck Detective.
If you own a VR, I would argue that's a must
mystery
buy.
of the secret
Along with
salami.
Half-Life
But when
Alyx
you're
and
that good at your job,
maybe the new
there's always
VR.
a new case to solve.
That's pretty good. Pretty good for a VR game.
I'm used to the cold embrace of loneliness. And this vacation will be the end of me.
Hi, I'm Annika.
And I'm Johnny. We're Happy Broccoli Games based in Berlin, Germany.
Our newest game is Duck Detective, the Ghost of Glamping, where you are the one and only duck
Okay.
detective,
I mean, I
an
get
oppressed
it.
and recently divorced duck who must quack the case.
That's an easy way
Inspect
to animate
evidence,
the
make
movement.
deductions, and solve this
Well, as
no-murder
well
mystery.
as,
To the
keeping-
annoyance of the duck detective,
keeping
he
in line
is
with the
joined by a
style.
new partner in solving crime, Freddy the Crocodile. Work together to unravel the truth and nibble on the crumbs of justice. Right now, we're working on a simplified Chinese language update that is coming out later this year.
We're very excited for you to play. The game is out on Steam, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and Series XS,
This one
and
again
PlayStation
is
5.
not slop,
Thanks
but
for
it
watching,
is
and we hope you
low,
enjoy the rest of the show.
Low budget.
Are those bread
That's
slices?
why.
Duck Detective.
The ghost of glamping!
That why it kind of looks like slop.
Duck Detective, the Ghost of
But it does
Glamping,
look
has
like it
already
has
waddled its
substance,
way
like,
onto
you know,
PC and
the-
consoles.
the
So
one
go
who
check it out
imagined
if you
it
haven't already.
Okay, we've had plenty of exciting
Probably
premises so
had
far.
good ideas.
But how about a rhythm roguelike from the maestros behind Patapon?
Rhythm roguelike?
Get on your dancing shoes, folks,
What is
because
that?
Ratatan is up next.
Ratata. Lotta, lotta. So where's the rhythm? Oh. Okay. Okay. This is not, people will buy this game. 100%. 100% people will buy this game. Kind of weird, but... I wouldn't buy this game, but you know, not the games in the world don't revolve around me. I get that. So I still understand when a game will have players, and this one definitely will probably have a pretty healthy player base though. Ooh. That's good, I like it. Yeah, this is good. The idea is good. Yeah, that's probably gonna pick up quite a few players.
Ratatan is coming to Steam Early Access
Ratatan.
on July 25th. But there's a free demo available on Steam if you want to give it a try.
And
How
we're
many
following
games
that
was that
bombshell with a
already?
new trailer for
it's
Agatha
almost
Christie, Death on the Nile, an interactive 70s twist on the beloved detective mystery.
It's Poirot, don't you know?
Oh.
I don't know what that means. Wow.
It can't be. It's Hercule Poirot.
Oh, that's the guy. I like the guy in the movie. The guy looks nothing like the guy in the movie.
Monsieur Poirot, I guess you know why I asked you to
Poirot.
come.
What do you suggest I do?
Find
Can
the
you
murderer.
confirm that all the passengers are present for the meal? Yes, we keep the list. Everyone is here. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm
just
sorry
guessed.
to disrupt what
You're
promised
very
to be a
loud.
beautiful day,
The Karnak.
but I have some terrible news. But we must stay calm if we want to find the culprit. I have a small idea of the situation.
I'm May Leach.
My, you got here quickly. I've just finished my latest case. Okay, let's see what I can find.
But someone is lying to me. It is a big case, Miss Royce. A dangerous one. What do we have here?
Thank you, Mr. Poirot. I'm now going to search each of you. Then there's still time to stop them before they strike again.
Tomorrow, the day at least is here. Every question must have its answer.
That's okay. That looks good. I like that.
Agatha Christie Death on the Nile is coming to PC and consoles in September
For
of
people who want to
2025.
play, like,
But you
detective
can
games,
wishlist it
that's
now
pretty
on
good one.
Steam or the Epic Games
Because there really isn't anyone.
Okay,
Like,
I
there
don't want to
really
build up
isn't
this next trailer too much,
much
but
on
let's
the
just
market,
say
so
you're gonna flip.
they're gonna have no choice. It seems like a good buy too. What's this? Is it another detective game? It's Scooby-Doo. Shit. So yeah, detective game. Scooped over.
Zoinks, Laura! House
Zoinks.
Flipper 2 Scooby-Doo is meddling its way onto PC and consoles this Scootober.
Now we're starting to close in on the end of the show, but not before we show you our final
Show
ones
me
to
the
watch
best for
deep
last.
dive.
Our team behind the scenes visited the Hangar 13 office for an exclusive insight into Mafia, the Old Country. Here's all the gory details.
Is this the best one? Mafia, the Old Country.
Mafia, the Old Country is both a prequel to the original Mafia trilogy, and it also sets things up for what might be to come in the future, going back to 1900 Sicily, so the birth of
Looks
not
good.
just the Mafia game, but also the actual Mafia itself, back to where
not
organised
really.
crime
I don't know the
first
Mafia
really
series.
came from.
Not gonna
In
lie.
Mafia the Old Country, you play as a character called Enzo Favara, who's an upcoming gangster trying to make his way in the Sicilian Mafia.
As a child, he's worked in the sulfur mines, sold there by his parents, a really horrible upbringing for a kid, which
Looks
unfortunately
okay.
happened back in
I
those days.
mean,
So he
this
doesn't
is
know
very
family, he doesn't really
narrative-based,
know
so
love.
it's
He
gonna-
escapes, he falls in
it's
with
gonna,
the Teresi crime family, and then this game
lean
really,
deeply-
the story
or-
shows his rise through the ranks
What's the
as
word?
he goes from being this impoverished young man
Like the
to
success of this
a
is
made man.
gonna
For Mafia the Old
lean more
Country, we moved
towards
to
the
Unreal
story as much as
Engine
the
5,
gameplay.
which has really enabled us to do incredible things with the characters, with the
man, it looks good,
landscapes,
so-
with the cinematics. Every single aspect of the game has undergone a significant graphical upgrade.
Mafia's
And these
always
are the
been
kind
about
of games that you
pushing
make
the
movies about
technology
right
of its
after.
day to do the best in cinematic storytelling and exciting
Like,
narrative
think of The
gameplay.
Witcher,
It really makes what's already an emotional story even more emotional and meaningful.
Assassin's
We've been
Creed.
able to
Well,
capture
Assassin's Creed
incredible
movies were a bit-
nuances
bit
in
of a
the
flop.
mocap, in the acting, in all of the character performances. That's really helped us to bring our story to life. And as a little
Yeah.
taste of what's in store, we've got a cinematic to show, which
So
shows
the
a key
narrative-
moment in Enzo's story.
Like the story for this game should be good. Like if they really want to succeed. But this one is good. This is not slop by no stretch.
Come forward. Come forward. What is it? All of the men in this room are bound by blood. This is a family. Does not match his face. And in this family, we follow a code of honor. It's a way of life. A brotherhood.
You're here because of your deeds and the assertions of those who stand at your side.
This life is one of secrecy. If you make a friend, meet a woman,
I like
they
that guy's
must
voice.
not know about our thing.
That guy's voice is really good. He should
It is
swap
binding.
with the other guy.
It is not forgiving.
Yeah, he should swap voices.
To betray one is to betray all. Do you wish to commit yourself, your life, to this family?
Yes. I do.
Then, before the eyes of all here present, Join me. To become a man of honor.
The guy kind of looks like Christian Bale, like a wider Christian Bale. So like if you put Christian Bale and
I swear my loyalty
the guy from The
to
Office,
this family.
you put them together.
I swear my loyalty to this family.
My flesh must burn like this saint. If I do not keep
Like
my
it's a mix of Steve Carell and Christian Bale.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
Man, ouch! I would have flinched a long time ago.
Welcome, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo. Benvenuto.
Salute.
Salud.
Salute. Okay, that one's good. I mean, you know, if you're into the series, that I don't know about the series, but that one seems good.
Take a trip to Sicily when Mafia of the Old Country lands on August 8th for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Next on our docket is a developer presentation for Tenet of the Spark. If you haven't seen it all over social media, this is a time-hopping brawler where you solve puzzles and
What is
crush
this?
enemies across 3 distinct
Brawler?
timelines.
Hey, what's up? I'm
I was
Arthur,
gonna
the
say,
game director at Rogue
there
Games,
hasn't
a
been
small
a
indie team
successful
scattered
brawler in a
around the
long
globe.
time.
We're making our first game, Tenet of the Spark.
The true power of the spark.
It's a cinematic action where you fight bad guys over 3 timelines. Present day, the Viking Age, and the Aztec civilization, all at the same time. You got it, right?
Ancestor, I need you.
And it's not just for show. You have to use all 3 characters to explore, deal with tricky enemy types, and solve puzzles. It also answers questions you thought you'd never ask. Like, how the hell does this black boxer have a Viking for the great
I mean, I get it, but
Or
I'm
why
not
does
really
this
a fan
train
of
car turn into a
puzzles
giant
and,
rock?
and these
And
kinds
the biggest
of
question is, why did they risk it all
action
with
adventure
such a
games.
difficult project? Because we wanted to play a game where you can start with classic 1-2, then send your opponent across the
It
arena
just,
with your
every
hammer,
time
switch
it-
again
to
to
me at
pull this
least,
dude
it feels
little
like a
closer,
filler.
hit him with a huge combo across all 3 timelines.
The hell are you?
And now we're making that game with
like a
blood,
chore.
sweat,
Sometimes
and
it feels
spark.
like a chore.
Tenet of the Spark.
Like,
You
I
got
have
it,
to
right?
finish this puzzle
I got a little mini
in order to progress.
Watch up, watch up.
We're not dropping the release date yet because we want to do it right. But we can say it's coming to both PC and consoles. Follow and wishlist Tenet of the Spark on Steam. And
Okay.
go look at your
Not
family
slap, but
album. Maybe your grandpa was a
maybe not
badass
family,
like
yes.
mine. You never know.
I really feel like those kinds of games, the puzzle
Thank you
part,
to Roar
they
Games
could
for the inside scoop on Tenet of the Spark. It's coming soon to
tone
PC and
down
consoles, so pop it
or
on your wish
remove
list.
altogether. I mean,
All right. What have you got for
Expedition
us, Laura?
33
A first
didn't
look
have
at
any
gameplay
puzzles,
for
and I
Creasel,
love it.
Feeder of Idols. This is a first-person horror shooter for fans of BioShock and Resident Evil. You fight creepy statues on a tormented
FPS
island
game.
and use blood as your ammunition.
I'm going to pre-order it right now.
Almighty Son, guide my path
Blumhouse?
in this hour of darkness. As
Bloody
the
games are always
shadows
good. Well,
of the abyss
mostly good.
close in. Let your sacred light banish them.
That wasn't so scary.
And for
Fire or what? Jesus.
to ash. So my soul may ascend.
Oh my god. This game feels so painful. Puzzles. Witty.
Consumed in your flames for all eternity.
There has to be a better way
Now and forever.
than puzzles to fill in those gaps.
Crisol.
That's okay. I mean, it's no.
Holy moly,
you
that
know,
looks good.
You're telling me.
Doom, but
Crisol Theater of Idols is
Looks
coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 later this year, and your Steam wish lists in just a few moments, probably.
I hate to say it, Matt, but I think we've arrived at the final trailer.
Okay, well,
yeah. So again,
how do you want to do this?
best for last.
Okay.
Is it
I'm
the best
thinking
for last?
we both look into that camera right there,
Okay.
and we're both sad that the show's over. But it's okay because that
not
last
sad.
trailer is
I'm
really
not
cool, and so the folks at home will
glad
be
it's
happy,
over.
and we've done a good job, I think. So, does that work?
You know, sounds perfect to me. Please enjoy our final world premiere.
I don't like your pants, girl. Wear better pants. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Ooh, I liked it.
I should not judge other people by the way they look.
Welcome, sisters, daughters of Hortus, to these blessed halls of Porthbarrow. You have been chosen, honored to the parish, to serve the will of Mother. So come,
Diablo.
step forward.
The will of mother.
Let us see what flowers she's given us.
Verdant.
Such radiant blooms. So
Dude, the
full of
games these
promise.
days, at least the AAA ones, all look really good.
Now, I must confess a change in plans. You shan't be entering the garden today. Take heart, faithful ones.
I respect this game.
Must still be
I never play scary games. Never. You never get me to play scary games.
will be sown.
Ritual Tides. Logo looks like Death Stranding.
No. Hold on. I've
Gameplay.
got something to show you.
Yes. Well, I guess for a scary game, that's all you need.
I bet you didn't expect that, did you?
But yeah, we need the gameplay for any kind of hype. I guess it's a good.
That was your first look at Ritual
a good,
Tides, a terrifying
prep.
odyssey where you tango with Lovecraftian terrors. Wishlist it now because it's coming soon to PC.
We'll have the full
Is
gameplay
that
revealed during the next Future Game show in
face
August,
or
so
a
mark
torso?
your calendars for that. However, that does
It's a
mean we've
torso.
reached the very end of this year's Summer Showcase.
All
Don't
right.
go anywhere
I think
though,
there were
because
like
FGS Live from
6
Los
or
Angeles
7. I
airs
think there's
right
like 6
after
or
this,
7
with
or
even
7
more
that I
exclusive
like.
trailers,
and then a
developer
bunch
deep
of
dives,
slop. There's
and
so many
world
slops.
premieres.
We'd like to thank everybody who has tuned into the Summer Showcase, as well as the Dreamweaving developers who put their all into those amazing trailers we debuted today.
And remember, you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show Steam page to wishlist your favorite games from today's show. We'll also have follow-up content on GamesRadar.com and the FGS YouTube channel.
I'm Matt Mercer.
And I'm Laura Bailey.
And
this has been the Future Game Show Summer Showcase 2025.
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of games that are promising. The first 2 was okay, although the female God of War needed more work. Surprisingly for me, as a dad of 3
Actually have any?
kids. Okay, Linus. As a dad of 3 kids,
Pick me.
surprisingly, the one that appealed to me the most was the mousy game. What was the title of that game? I think Hella? Where was that game? Can't find it. Yeah, here. This one. Man, getting old is something. Well, I guess there it was. That's the Future Game Show. If you like any of the games, go to the Steam page, and if you like the video, I don't know, click subscribe and whatever. This actually really is just a personal exercise for me, but I do want to keep making these, so it would help me out a bit and actually would motivate me to make more videos. So click like, whatever, click subscribe, or don't. Bye. See you in the next one.